Right, yes, hi all, good evening, yes. Over this particular video here, about 10-15 minutes long roughly, you're going to see me doing some cooling modifications to my Sinclair C5 motor. I just want to try out some things, I've never done any cooling mods on it. I plan to use the Sinclair C5 a lot, lots of sort of longer journeys that I'm sort of normally used to, etc. So I thought, you know what, we'll rebuild the motor, plus also my spare motor with like new bearings, new gearbox bearings as well, and do the cooling mods just to sort of try things out, that's all, So yeah, let's crack on. Right, and yes, here we go. Yep, so basically it started off with a small one and obviously moved up to the larger ones and then the main one here, which that's pretty nice. So yeah, honestly, with sharp drill bits, it's not an issue at all to drill through that. Anyone can drill through that, happy days. Looking good. So now I'm going to clean this up, get all that sort of swarf and crap off it. And then yeah, pretty nice. Right, and yeah, so there we go. So yeah, all drilled out, sweet. Double checked all of these as well, and the brushes, make sure they're nice and clean and no corrosion, etc. Got the two washers, the curved washer, the sort of crinkle washer goes in first, then the flat washer. That's that. Again, you can go around here as well and clean this up here with a bit of sandpaper, just light, very, very light sandpaper, and then scrape out any dirt and crap in each of these individual grooves. And then of course check your bearings are good and there's no noises and rattles from those. These bearings here are good because again I replaced these bearings here roughly a year ago for those ones there. I didn't replace these ones here, I reused these ones here because these felt absolutely spot on, but these are the common ones here that get sort of rusty and stuff where they're exposed obviously to the moisture, or they sit there for 10 years in a bush not being used. So those are good, those aren't too difficult to replace. There's a video on YouTube on those from me. That is all good. Cleaned it all up, etc. Done those additional air holes like we mentioned on there. So that is very, very nice. So I'm basically going to reassemble it all now, and then I'm not going to put the gearbox on. So I have cleaned, I've got two motors here, I'm kind of working on that on there afterwards. Basically I've cleaned up both of the gearboxes and checked them, and I think honestly that the bearings, the round bearings on there feel very noisy, so I'm going to replace the bearings on those. That's a separate thing which I'll come to in a moment. Cool. Right, I actually realised I hadn't changed the bearing on this end here, so I've done that on there, which is the easy end. I hadn't done that on there. So yeah, as you see, just put on the bearing puller. Super, super easy with the right tools, obviously. You need something like this, that sort of bolt there, with that type of head in it, for example, which sits really nicely on there to do the technique. So yeah, I'll get the old bearing off now, put a new one on there, super, super cheap. Yeah, let's go from there. Boom, brand new, absolutely beautiful, really easy, obviously with the right tools. So yeah, bearing's about £4. Job done. There's the old one there. I thought I'd replaced it because along that side here I thought from a distance it looked shiny, but no, that's the end there that I did, that's the easy end to do. So yeah, very, very nice. So I shall chuck that in recycling. That is good to go. Nice and easy. To make sure, so I've got a video for that, to make sure you use the right sockets, because you need to make sure that when you knock these things on, you put them on in order, you don't damage anything. To take your time. It's not difficult, but for example, you also want a socket, for example, that sits over the edge of this, which is for example in this instance 7mm. That way it doesn't, because if you use 6mm for example, it will squash and crush the end here as you're going on. So it's little things like that, that's all. See, perfect. Right, I'm going to try a bit of an experiment. I'm going to see if I do this flame, hold it there or hold it at this end where it's turbulence, basically where it's got the turbulence. That way I can see if it's sucking air in here and exposing out the back, or sucking air in at the back and forcing out the front. So let's just try it, see if it works. Right. Nothing there. Yeah, and you can see there, if you can see it on video, I presume that means it's yeah, look, that's getting sucked in there. So that's sucking it into the motor. And yeah, it's actually sucking into the motor there. Yeah, and that's sucking in there. Okay, so it sucks in this end and exhausts it this end. Okay, so that's important. Right then, yep, I thought I would do the second motor as well. So the first motor I'm really, really pleased with all the modifications around here, plus these ones here. Also new bearings, awaiting the bearings here for the gearbox, which I've ordered from Sam. So there'll be some nice new metal bearings coming in for those next few days, along with a chain and the cooling kits. Thought I might as well rebuild the second motor, which is basically my spare motor. So I've done the modifications on there. I'm not going to bother drilling out the holes for that. I thought you might, I might as well do those as they're so easy. I'm going to run over them with a file in a minute and just neaten up the edges, as you can see there. I've also put in brand new bearings, so I've got to put a pair of brand new bearings on here. Super easy with the right tools and a little bit of skill. And just tapped all those on. Again, no dramas, just be careful. You just need various different sockets. But yeah, no dramas at all. They're absolutely beautiful now, those are. So those are the original ones, and these are new ones here. That one there was absolutely tight, and that one there felt okay, which is this one here. But I thought to lob it in anyway, then it's just done then. This one here does feel absolutely perfect, but as it's all apart, for the sake of £4 these cost, and half an hour to fit it, might as well lob a new one on. That takes about 5 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to clean it all up now, reassemble it, test it on the battery, and see if that motor there is also good as well. And also again, for that one there, I'm also waiting for a new bearing as well, because again, yeah, let's test it. Just plonk that there. Hold it, obviously, because otherwise it will jolt. Oops. There you go. Sounds absolutely, completely, utterly perfect. But again, a lot of the noise, often is in those bearings, or the components on here, they're knackered. So I'm not going to bother refitting this. I'm going to wait for Sam to wait for the bearings from Sam to arrive, and then put that on both of the motors. Are the ones just over there in the background, you can see, and then I should be good to go and have two beautiful motors. And actually, I might as well mention as well that all of them look very similar. This one here is going to go. This one here is the one that's going to go on my actual main C5, which is the longer type. So although it's more worn than this one here, it's still got a lot of meat left on it as such. But you can see there it's the longer version, which I prefer. So longer version with either belt. Ideally, the longer belt, you've got the best combination. There we go. And that is it. Excellent. Right then, yes, back on the Sinclair. So thank you very, very much, Sam. C5 Depot, everyone. Some nice new parts. So we've got here the chain, always the best from Sam. Absolutely lovely. So that should replace the stretch chain on my Sinclair. Two lovely gearbox bearings as well, which I can replace the ones which are obviously I've taken out of there. So that would be lovely. Bear in mind, these ones here are going to be 40 years old and they feel a bit rough. So yeah, these beautiful items here should be absolutely sorted on those two gearboxes. So my spare motor, fully rebuilt, plus the one in the Sinclair. You also sent me over the fan kit. It's got built-in filter. The quality of this is so nice. This looks absolutely, as expected, like professional. The quality is absolutely stunning on that. So really nice. And he's also sent me over the PDF instructions for it, so I can get that installed. Looking beautiful, ready for some nice long runs and stuff. Comes with all the nuts and bolts, etc. All the nice wiring, all crimped. It looks good. Right, let me crack on and get these parts in. Right. Yep, let's have a little check then. So the gearbox is on with the new bearing. Thank you, Sam. The C5 Depot. Let's check it out, and this time I'll hold it much, much firmer. Hopefully you can see it on the camera. Quick look. Oh man, it's really, really cold here. Really, really cold. Cool. And that's it. Really, really nice. Loving that. So yeah, that sounds really good. And the other one, I've installed the other one on the Sinclair as well, but just below. And that feels really good. It's just down there. Feels nice. So yeah, in a bit I'm going to put on this. So talk to Sam to see if I need to include both sensors on the motor or not. And then install the chain. Right, and yeah, that's it. That is all done. So yeah, excuse the wind in the background. It's an awful, awful weather here today. The Storm Bert, I think it's called, is coming in. Anyway, thank you very much, C5 Depot, Sam, appreciated. New chain on Sinclair, perfect. The old one had clearly stretched. Sam's super high quality fan kit as well, with a built-in filter, which you can unclip this part here and clean the filter out. I've done the cooling modifications, obviously, as you'll see in the video. So done the mods underneath there, and I've sort of tested it, and I can and you do basically feel airflow with the fan. So I'd imagine as you're zooming along, you know, hopefully there'll be a lot of air coming out there, a lot of warm air, and you also get to feel a lot of cool air as well coming out of this end. So it certainly is in terms of like pushing through the air, which is good news. So yeah, I'm loving that. Nice easy modification, Sam, so I really appreciate that. Really high quality parts, high quality. That part there simply just wires it through and connects to the two terminals in here. And again, Sam's got, you know, black and red terminals, the correct size ring terminals, so it's really obvious. He also provides PDF instructions as well, so you can't really go wrong. Obviously the tips we know is to make sure you clear off all the swarf, etc., all the metal particles when you do this. I've also included a brand new gearbox bearing in this motor here, plus also my spare motor, new bearings as well in the main motor, the sort of the two larger bearings, but not the two small ones. Really nice. Connect up the juice, and then I say the fan of course comes straight on, as you can clearly hear. Give it some throttle. And that's it. That is it. And actually, if I just put my hand over there, I can feel a really nice breeze, really nice cool breeze going through there. So it'd be interesting to try it and sort of monitor the temperatures, etc. as well when I'm actually running the Sinclair. But all new bearings, cooling kit, hey, should be fine. Thanks all for watching. All the best, and thank you very much, Sam, at the C5 Depot.